Welcome to this video tutorial on how to use Annoto within Canvas. So you're going to be uploading your video from your teaching demonstration into Canvas and engaging with it in a special way to gain feedback for yourself and see how your identity is expressed through your teaching. So what you're going to see is this kind of two-part process. So the first part's going to be uploading your video and how to share it. So the steps basically are uploading it into two different places. And once you upload it into the first place, which is Kaltura My Media, and you title it with Demo 1 and then your name, you can just use your first name if you want to. Then I'll show you how to publish that to Kaltura Media Gallery. The difference between the two, the My Media, only you can see it. It has to be published into the Media Gallery for our class so that your peers can view your video. That's the only difference. Then after you do that, you're going to create a discussion so that you can tailor the feedback that you want to get to the peers in your group, the other 3 people in your group. I've tried this on student view. I don't know if you can share the discussion with me, but if I'm listed in there, put me in there. Otherwise, I think I can see everything that you upload. So when you're creating a discussion, you're going to list things for your peers to focus on. You're going to embed your video. You're going to share it with your peers. Specifically, I'll show you have to list them by name. Set the date that it's available to look at, and then just save. So that's kind of the process of that, and I'll walk you through it in just a minute. Once you upload it into there and share with your peers, then you should watch your own video. And I'm not going to go through the list here. I think it'll make more sense when we get into the demonstration. But there's a specific process, and then what we'll show is, remember, we've been talking about teacher presence. We looked at these 5 categories. And even though the categories themselves are a little bit lacking, like we talked about tone specifically from voice, we're going to stick with these 5 for now. So when you're taking notes on your video, there's a timestamp and so on. And just for your own, I think it's too much right now for you to do this with your peers, but you're welcome to try that. But when you're watching your own video, I'll show you where you can include these symbols, and you can just note when you see elements of your voice or your humor or body use or the way that you're connecting with your students or providing directions, how any of those things connect back to your aspects of your identity that you're asking everybody to focus on. Okay, so you're going to click on discussions. And I don't know if you know this or not, but you're able to create a discussion. And you should. So for now, we might change this later, but let's go ahead and keep it demo 1 and then your name first or first and last, whatever you want. And so in here, for your peers to know, since this is individual, I want you to list your identity features and aspects that you want to focus on in here. So we did all that work of personal history, we did life history, we did archetypes, and you had your concept map. So you should have 3 to 4 either describing words or phrases. So I might write something like, please look for the following 3 aspects of my identity that I would like to have expressed in my teaching. Something like that. And then you list them 1, 2, 3. So then every time your peers are going to be watching your video and giving feedback, they can have this to refer to. So now we're actually going to embed that video that you just put over here. But we're going to make it easy for everyone to just have the discussion, watch, and provide some feedback all in the same little package, if you will. So this little symbol right here is a symbol for Kaltura. So in the discussion, when you're going to embed it, you'll click on that. It takes just a minute to load up. So this is the demo that I had. I believe that only the ones that you have uploaded will show up here. So we're going to embed that. In a minute, because it starts out really big and then it's a little bit smaller. If you want it to be smaller in here, you can size it. I'm not going to mess with that because sometimes it deletes itself. So what I want you to notice is already there's this is Annoto right here. This is where you can take notes. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. So you've got that embedded. That's pretty much all you need to put up in there. You're going to scroll down. Right now, for me, it has me automatically assigning to everyone. But I want you, this is where you're going to actually type in names. So when I click in here, everybody's names pops up. So you can just select each time. And you'll really only be putting 3 in there. Oops. So I put Maddie, Precious, and Sam in there for right now. I don't believe when you click in there, it's going to have my name on there. If my name shows up, please click it in there. Otherwise, I think I'm going to be able to see it. And then I want you to note when it's available. As soon as you upload it, I'm doing this on Monday. Break, yes. And you'll probably be doing it on Monday or the 16th. But whenever you're uploading it, you're just going to click on that date so it can be immediately available. And then I'm not going to do it, but you would click save so that you can just have that already. So I'm going to cancel. Before I do, when you have someone share with you, let's say this I demo 1 Precious, then you're in Precious's group. And that this discussion is going to be assigned to you. So only Precious and then the other students in the group will be able to see this discussion. So not everybody in the class can see the discussion, which is the thing. So you can kind of keep your feedback in your intimate group, and then I'll be able to see all the things that you're doing too. And then when you're going to provide feedback, you can just click right in this discussion box so you can watch and you can engage with the video right inside of the discussion box when you're viewing your peers' work, not yours, just your group members' work. This is going to feel clunky and awkward at first because it's very new, but we'll do this 2 more times and you'll be a pro. I'm going to cancel out. I don't want to create that. Okay, so that's what you will do with your video on your end. And then the only other thing that you're going to do with your video is take some notes. And so to do that, you can go right in to your own media. And then you'll have just the one uploaded. So you'll click on that. The internet is slow today. Okay, here it comes. Okay. So this is actually Annoto. It's just this little, it's the widget right here. You see it by a speech bubble. When you sign in for the first time to use this, I think you have to accept or allow it to connect to your student account. So please do that. I've already done that whenever I'm a student, so it's leaving that out. It gives you an opportunity to do a little tour. I don't think you can ask for the tour here, but whenever you click on it, it kind of opens up this. This is where you would comment on your peers' videos, but I want you to take your own personal notes. So you would click on here. So only you can see your own notes. I want you to be able to do your own feedback and not have your peers see that, because we all want them to be able to share without reading yours first. If it's not already noted, make sure that you click the timestamp, because that will show, this is a 3-second video, so it's not going to be very long. But as you're watching, you will stop whenever you want to make a comment. And so you'll just type a thing like, it looks like a lovely day. Okay. And this is where the symbols come in. So it's the smiley face. So it looks like a lovely day. Doesn't necessarily have to do with any of the teacher presence that I had. But again, this is just kind of a demonstration. Maybe it had something to do with voice. So I'm going to see if I can make a little cheat sheet, if you will, for what the symbols and which teacher presence category they connect to. So maybe you can have that off to the side. So we're not using these as it says, mark, question, insight, like, and agree. We're using these symbols to connect to the teacher presence. So if I thought it was voice, which would be this little marker, then I would click that, and then it continues. And let's say I want to add another one. Great lighting. And maybe I thought it was body use. And then I would comment on there. So basically you can see that it marks the time all the way down. And you can go back to seeing those. You could edit that a little bit, but this is just kind of like a running comment guide on yours, so then you can be able to see it later. When you're commenting on others, you can actually, your peers can comment on each other's comments, if you will. We won't get too detailed in that. For this first round, I think this is good. So after you have done that, I don't believe that there's any place to share. I believe that it just keeps track of that and all ready. So you don't have to save. And so then when you're done, you can go on to something else. But that is all for now. And if we have questions or comments, please let me know. And we'll cover this a little bit in class as well. First, we're just going to get everybody teaching the first round, and then we'll do our best to see what this process is going to be like, providing feedback and reflecting